Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My dear children, today is the second day of the unit number 14. We are at the second page here. We are going to speak about reproduction of the plants. In the plants, you can notice both asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In plants, asexual reproduction is conducted by leaf, root, stem, bud-like vegetative parts. Due to this reason, in plants, the asexual reproduction is referred as vegetative reproduction, and it is also referred as vegetative propagation. According to your syllabus book, vegetative reproduction is the process of generating new plants from underground or aerial parts of a mother plant. Leaf, stem, bud like structures are above the ground, so they are aerial parts. Root, underground stem like structures are under the ground, so they are underground parts. The vegetative propagation in the plants can be divided into two. One we call natural vegetative propagation, other one we call artificial vegetative propagation. When you hear the word artificial, then you can come to the idea, okay, here the involvement of human is there. In natural vegetative propagation, you will not find any human involvement. Okay, so in the beginning, we are going to discuss about natural vegetative propagation. In the natural vegetative propagation, naturally the plants are doing that work. In some plants, from roots, you can notice new plants are appearing. Okay, for example, breadfruit. I have shown this picture on the right side. You can notice from the root a new plant is appearing. It is a breadfruit picture I have brought you here. That is breadfruit's nature. You can't expect it in the mango tree. You can't say it is also having the roots. No. If they want to undergo reproduction in a natural method, they should have the genes to do that. So, naturally, some plants are making new plants from their roots. These are the example plants in our syllabus: curry leaves, breadfruit, guava, slime wood, blue lotus. These examples are there. Similarly, some plants are naturally developing new plants from leaves. You can see here in this picture, there is one single leaf given to you. In the margins of the leaves, new plants are appearing. You can separate them and grow them as separate plants. This you can notice in begonia, okay, in bryophyllum. Keep that word in the mind, bryophyllum. Bryophyllum in Sinhala called Akkapana, in Tamil called Sadaikarachan. So your syllabus book carries these Sinhala Tamil words instead of the English word bryophyllum. Same the next one, Queen of the Night, Kadupul Gus. Kadupul Mal is a very pleasantly smelling flower in the night. That's why that plant is described as night queen or queen of the night. In those plants, from the leaf, new plants are appearing naturally. Okay, and thereafter, here you can see another structure called suckers. Right? Suckers are specialized buds there. In the suckers, you can see in the picture, the main plant that naturally reproduces through vegetative propagation using suckers is pineapple. In this picture, here you can see a sucker, here you can see a sucker, here you can see a sucker. If you separate each sucker and plant it, each one will develop to a separate pineapple plant. In the suckers, there are two types of suckers there. One we call ground suckers, next we call aerial suckers. Although there are two types of suckers in your syllabus, although there are two types of suckers, mainly your syllabus speaks about ground suckers. Your syllabus says they are small plants rising horizontally from the basal part of the stem. This is the basal part of the stem. From the basal part of the stem. This is how your book is describing it. So that fits to the ground suckers here, not to the aerial suckers. Probably they would be thinking a sucker fitting to all the organisms. Here we are selecting suckers fitting to pineapple. Pineapple has two suckers. Okay, but banana has only ground suckers. Paddy has only ground suckers. So several examples are there. Paddy, banana, pineapple, chrysanthemum, hulankiria, kaladuru, like several examples are there. Hulankiria, kaladuru like words are Sinhala words. Another natural reproduction can be noticed through runners. You can see in this picture, here it is shown a runner to you. Runners are growing horizontal to the ground, parallel to the ground. When they come in contact with the soil, in that place a new plant is coming up. So runners are horizontal stems growing. Okay, the roots they develop are described as adventitious roots. Adventitious roots. And the example for organisms that are reproducing by runners are Gotukola. Gotukola in the past paper is described as Centella. 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 And next it is sweet potato. That is English word. Third it is Maharavana Raula. Ravanan Misai. Maharavana Raula. That particular plant can be noticed only near to the seashores. Its English word it is spinifex. 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 Okay, so this is regarding the runners. Passing the runners, we are coming to the bulbils. Bulbils are buds. Two types of buds can turn to bulbils. Vegetative buds and flower buds. You might ask, sir, what is vegetative bud? What is flower bud? Vegetative bud will grow into a branch. Flower bud will develop into a flower. So from the vegetative bud, you can get branches. From flower bud, you can get flowers. Both these structures, when they store food, they are turning to bulbil. Here, these pictures I have brought you to show the bulbils. Okay, pineapple, jute, hondala. Hondala is a Sinhala word. Like plants are performing asexual reproduction through bulbils. Passing bulbils, I am ending the lesson today. Insha'Allah, tomorrow I will meet you with another set of works. Continue your works. This lesson should be finished. After it is finished, I will distribute you the short questions on unit number 14. They are already there. Until then, until I meet you tomorrow, I'm happy to tell you bye.